This is one of the best PCs that could run Fortnite at 2 frames per second locked because it's Ryzen 5th gen CPUs, but the thing is they're not anywhere to be found in stock. I miss those days where I didn't have any money and ports were in stock, but now I don't have any money still and ports are not in stock. And AMD haven't sent me a review unit because I'm just a normal guy with 5,000 subscribers. I'm not a tech reviewer. I'm just a gamer, and I'm a shitty gamer, you know, I'm not even good. So hey, do me a favor, make my life better by liking the video so more people could watch, that helps me, and subscribe. Maybe I'm good at something that I don't know about, other than studying. CPU, we're looking at the one and only Ryzen 5 5600X. Now this is a $300 CPU, a 6-core 12-threaded CPU. The first thing that came into my mind, like, well, maybe AMD decided to make a gaming CPU finally that's actually willing to compete, but they decided to sacrifice on the core count. But that wasn't the case when you compare the CPU to something like an i7-10700, which is an 8-core 16-threaded CPU from Intel. It actually beats it in multi-threaded performance and tasks, you know. So this is one of the best CPUs for gaming. Like, I don't have to talk that much about it, but really it's one of the best CPUs. There are some benchmarks online with this CPU running the game Fortnite at over 500 frames per second at times, you know, but 360 FPS is very capable, you know, totally attainable with this CPU. So yeah, you really cannot go wrong with it. It's a really good CPU. I suppose the boards now can support it if you got like something like a B550M board from Amazon. I'm pretty sure they come with the latest BIOS installed. So yeah, but if you found it in stock, please give me one, or maybe comment down below where you got it, because I really want one, but I just can't get it now because it's out of stock and scalpers are doing their dirty thing. But this is the best gaming CPU on the market right now. Get it when you can. For the board, we're looking at the GIGABYTE B550M DS3H. And I actually have one. You're looking at my video right now, like this is my board. I got it because I was waiting for the Ryzen 5 5600X, and it came, or you know, it proved to be better than I ever anticipated. Like, it's one of the best CPUs, as I said before. So this board will house it pretty fine, you know, no problems. And I forgot to mention that the Ryzen 5 5600X comes with a cooler, so you don't have to pay for an extra money for a cooler. And the B550M board is a pretty good board. It's got 4 RAM slots. It supports up to DDR4, I believe 4400 MHz or something like that. As crazy as that. Surprisingly, I didn't know about that, but it's got 2 M.2 SSDs. And it's pretty good. Like, you can get away with some minor overclocking, but you know, for 95 bucks you really cannot complain. For the RAM, we're looking at G.Skill 16GB DDR4 RAM at 3600 MHz. Hey, 3600 MHz is the way to go, you know. 16 gigs to 8GB sticks. It's the golden standard for gaming and pretty much, I believe, some light video editing right now. So you really cannot go wrong with it. I really like it, you know, 16 gigs for around 65 bucks. If you want RGB fans, I'll link it down below. But that's not RGB, it's just G.Skill Black. So hey, it's your option, but 16 gigs, as I said, is pretty much what everybody goes for right now. As for the SSD, I guess you can go with an M.2 SSD, since there are M.2, like 2 M.2 slots in the GIGABYTE B550M board. You're getting fast boot up times and loading speeds. It's 1 terabyte, by the way, so it's for around 80 to 85 bucks, maybe 90. But it gets the job done, and you can also, you know, upgrade to a Gen4 SSD in the future if you have the money to. So yeah, pretty, you know, versatile, pretty lightweight, and it's good. Now for the GPU, I guess we're looking at a GTX 1660 Super. So if you want a high-end gaming PC, this is good if you consider, you know, upgrading in the future. So yeah, consider it as like, you know, a placeholder GPU. So it's a GTX 1660 Super 6GB GPU from Nvidia. You can upgrade to like an AMD GPU once they drop, or like an RTX 30 series GPUs. If you found them in stock, they are not in stock anywhere. So yeah, don't bother, and don't buy the older gen GPUs for pretty high. Like for example, something like an RTX 2070 Super. Don't get it for 550 bucks. It's pretty, like, it's not right. Yeah, and that's it. A GTX 1660 Super could run Fortnite at 240 frames per second, any game at 1080p ultra settings, 144 frames per second Apex Legends, Warzone 144 frames per second easily. So yeah, it's a really good GPU for the money, 230 bucks. A really good placeholder GPU to get you hold up until GPUs, you know, kind of get back in stock and the market kind of normalizes, when, you know, every GPU manufacturer, Nvidia, AMD, maybe Intel, drop their GPUs, and you kind of, you know, get to pick what suits you best. As for the case, we're looking at the Cooler Master MB311L RGB case. It's a really good versatile case for around 60 bucks. It comes with two RGB fans. It's a micro ATX form factor case, so it's pretty lightweight and small form factor, you know, and it comes with RGB fans, as I said before. It's pretty good, it looks good, it's got a side panel of course, so you cannot go wrong with it at all. If you want an NZXT H510, it's your option, but if you want with the NZXT, you can also add the 3-pack up here RGB fans, a 3-pack, you know, for around 25 bucks. It comes with a controller and it's compatible with the GIGABYTE iOS program, so you can, you know, adjust and control the RGB and the color of your fans. Last but not least, I guess, we're looking at the EVGA 650 watt power supply for around 65 bucks, I guess. I don't know why it sounded like that, but it's for 65 bucks. It's pretty good if you are going to get something like, you know, an RTX 3070, not a 3080, but if you are going to get a 3080 or something from AMD that's pretty power hungry, I guess you can get an EVGA 700 watt power supply or something from Cooler Master or Seasonic, you know, anything you can find for a good price that's 80 plus and it's, you know, a pretty well branded. So that's been it, guys. If you like that video, press on that like button, and the 850 bucks to 900 bucks gaming PC that does well and plays Fortnite at 240 frames locked. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Don't forget to subscribe and tell me what you think down in the comments below. If you got any questions, I will try to answer them. And peace.